Welcome to Life with Amadeus. I document a creative, mindful life in rural France, the quiet rhythms, the small rituals, and the beauty hidden in ordinary days. This week, I'm in Provence with my parents. Winter here feels different, softer, slower, full of light that lingers on the sea and old stone. There's no rush, no big itinerary, just a gentle journey through the south and a chance to breathe before the year ends. I'm glad you're here. C'est parti! I am not gonna lie, it is a very rainy, gloomy day in Provence, but we were aware of this when we were driving here, that today is gonna be quite nasty with a lot of rain, but that's the only rainy day, so that's why I'm just planning to enjoy this day and stay in and make plans for this week. Even on a rainy day, you can still explore. We also picked up a tarte tropézienne, that iconic brioche and cream dessert created here in the 50s. A small piece of Côte d'Azur history, really. I thought it would be fun for my parents to try something so rooted in this place. Good morning, and what a glorious morning it is. The sun is shining. It is mid-November and we're on the half island of Hyères, actually Giens, and it's all part of Hyères. And this one reaches out into the Mediterranean Sea. And from here on out, you can also take ferries to little other islands like Pocrol. We're not going to do that because those ferries go very irregular in the off-season. But can you imagine? It is almost the end of November. It is nearly 20 degrees and it's just so beautiful here. It's just giving so much energy and life to be surrounded by green and by lush nature. I think it's just a little nice pre-winter escape. We're positioned right here and you can see to both sides of the island.
Last night I was dreaming out loud. California sun was making my eyes dry. Next year in the winter, let's give it a try. I'll keep on dreaming out loud tonight. Summer's over and you still haven't called me back. We're just getting can't seem to adapt.
What you see here is what you call a strawberry tree, and we didn't know that, either my mom and me. And apparently you can eat these fruit even, and it's just commonly called a strawberry tree. It has nothing to do with a strawberry. I didn't even know that. It is covered in this red berry, like almost like from far away they look like lychees. It's really crazy. And they're everywhere here. And I looked it up, and they are very common in the Mediterranean and are very resistant. And I just thought it was a fun fact for you to know. There is something so incredible about winter and in the Mediterranean. No crowds, just like very soft light and a beautiful slow pace. And the people just seem so much more relaxed. And that is what I so much love about the Mediterranean. And just escaping to the south of France, I find this is one of those things where it's the true luxury of life. You know, you don't need to be in a luxurious big house. You don't need a 5-star hotel. All you need is the sound of the ocean while you walk down the beach and the sun on your face and all those little beautiful villages. It's just magnificent to have the contrast in between the countryside, the Provence and the Côte d'Azur, where really two things meet and you really get the best of both worlds, especially in winter here.
And part of that beauty lies in the towns themselves, each one different, each with its own rhythm and story. Take Grasse, a town shaped by centuries of perfumers and artisans, perched just far enough from the sea to feel a little quieter, a little older. In winter, its streets feel almost suspended in time. The colors calm down, the air thickens with citrus and stone, and you can wander without rush. Even stepping into a perfume house feels different this season, like walking into a piece of living history. You sense the layers of craft and tradition more clearly when the world around you is still. And then there's Antibes, a place that carries both elegance and simplicity, where the old town folds into the sea and every alley seems to catch the light in its own way. In summer, Antibes can be full of life, but in winter it softens. You hear your steps echo on the stone, you notice the textures, the faded shutters, the gentle turn of each corner. It becomes quieter, more intimate, more itself. And then there are smaller places, Lorgues, Côte, Cotignac, villages tucked between hills and olive trees. They don't ask for attention, they just exist, warm, lived in, shaped by daily life rather than tourism. What I love is how naturally all these landscapes and towns flow into one another. The sea, the hills, the old streets, the forests, all part of one larger rhythm. And in winter, that rhythm slows just enough for you to truly see it.
It is just 5 degrees here. Quite chilly.
It is almost 7 and the day has come to leave Provence.
As we are packing up and leaving Provence, I am leaving with a heart full of beautiful memories, also some exhaustion, because it can be exhausting to be with your parents and to adjust to their rhythms, to adjust to their everyday life, especially because they're older, so they have a different kind of understanding of life. But I think it's also, although it's exhausting, I know that this won't last, and I know that one day they won't be here. So I'm really trying to make an effort and to spend time with them and to, just try to have a nice time with them. Sometimes it's harder than other times, I have to admit. But yeah, it was magical, it was beautiful, it was blue, it was green, and all in between. That's just right. Wow. We're coming to the end of this vlog. Now all that is left is 800 kilometers to go back home. And all that is left to say is à bientôt et au revoir from the south of France. And we shall see each other next week for a new video from the southwest, from the chateau. And we will be decorating the chateau for Christmas because it is here. Bisous and bye.